Alright, guys, it's grand finals time. BYUN against CLEM. CLEM in the top right side does immediately scout the eBay block and pulls 6 probes in total. That's a big pull. And guess what? He can make sure that SCV goes down. There is no escape. Not if you micro these 2 probes correctly, which CLEM does not. Oh! Yeah, you got to cut off the corner there. There we go. He does cut him off and does get it. Meanwhile, BYUN being scouted. He does this build way too often on this map. We've called him out for it in the past. He stopped doing it in Pigfest 6 for 1 series, and since then, every series I've seen from BYUN, including at DreamHack Dallas this last weekend, has done the eBay block. But despite that start not being great for him, I do still think it's not the worst opening. But you need really good openings because you're playing CLEM, a guy you've never beaten in this matchup. That's right, guys. BYUN is, I believe, 0-11 now, maybe 0-10 against CLEM, which is quite nasty. Chat saying, did he cancel? Yeah, he canceled the eBay, guys. You can see there. Got most of the resources back. He just lost 1 SCV, 50 minerals, and then 31 minerals from the engineering bay. So he got back the rest of the 125 minerals, which I guess is what... Gonna do some maths on stream. 94 minerals refunded from that engineering bay. Chat's already got the chance going. I don't know about you guys. I'm cheering for BYUN. What's the MMR difference between these two? The 2 world champions? I don't know. No one tracks top pro gamers MMR, really. But... CLEM is the world champion currently. Best player in the world, but this is his Protoss off race. And yet, despite that, he is way more dominant against BYUN in PvT than he ever was in TvT. Even when he started getting the better of BYUN, the series were generally a lot more competitive than what I've seen in his TvP. It feels like BYUN almost has a bit of a mental block against CLEM's Protoss. And I really hope BYUN can just kind of accept, hey, look, I'm a big underdog here. You know, a lot of times I think players get in their own head against another player's off race because they go, that's his off race. That's not the one he's known for. Therefore, I'm the favorite, even when the results say otherwise. And they keep playing like they're the favorite, and anytime anything goes wrong, they panic a little bit. Their ego gets in the way. I don't know if that's BYUN's problem. Obviously, just theory crafting. But if you look at just the one-sided dominance of BYUN, of CLEM against BYUN in this matchup, definitely does indicate something like that. The Marines not getting rid of the Adept. Doesn't want to risk letting the Adept do damage for free on those Marines. And he's now got a Cyclone out. And he's going to load up Marines into a drop soon. SCV's transferring. Nice Adept scout there. And the 2 Stalkers can save the Adept. Look at that. Locks onto the Adept, but a good pullback for BYUN. And he's already locked. The lock-on has already cooled down. So we can do it again. And seeing a Cyclone, he pulls the trigger. CLEM is going to play 4-gate Blink. He realizes if you're going early Cyclone, you might be playing very aggressive. 4-gate Blink's pretty good against that. And indeed, an early drop with a 4 Marines and a Cyclone just chilling right now. BYUN, uh-oh. This looks like a mistake. Forgot to click that across the map. We'll be delayed a few seconds, which means a few more seconds closer to Blink coming in. Tank building behind. How much does BYUN commit to this attack? 3 Stalkers and Adept on the natural. 3 Stalkers in the main. CLEM's well set up against this. BYUN's got to get out. I don't think he can find any damage. Now the question is, does he realize from what he saw there, 2 gateways? He should know that's 4-gate Blink. Yeah. Oh, when he's got... I actually really love this tank positioning. It's dangerous though, because if the Stalkers can like get through here and blink across, it's good. But because they get stuck on these bits, the best angle is actually to run up here and blink there, which allows you, but if you've then got like a tank here, you've got your Marines in the bunker and spread around, it can actually get really hard for 4-gate to do anything. CLEM, though, is doing an economic version. He takes a 3rd, starts charge. He's not that crazy committed to this. We'll see how it goes. Cyclone on the high ground. That's good. And he's got, yeah, 2 tanks. Really good zoning, dude. Prism's going to go in. Cyclone is needed to defend that, but he's in the wrong position. So we will find a few SCVs, will CLEM. And BYUN, 3rd barracks on the way. Stim, +1 started. Oh, locks onto a Stalker, not as useful as locking onto the Prism. You don't want to lose the Cyclone. Cyclone's the best mobile anti-air for BYUN right now. So keeping that bad boy alive, very important. Didn't Adept just shade in? Oh, the Adept shaded in and was hitting the siege tank from within its minimum range. That's how it did so much damage. All right, another siege tank comes up. More Stalkers warping in, but there's already a Forge, a Robo Bay. Not surprised if a Sentry warps in soon as well and fills up with energy with the recharge. Oh, he goes for it, but there are 2 tanks firing. Dude, CLEM's micro. He only lost 1 Stalker. I'm sorry to block the screen, but only 1? and like so little damage on the others. That's tricky. I mean, it's only 100 minerals, right? It's only a bunker. It's not a great pickoff just yet. But look at that. Gets rid of the Observer as well. BYUN's playing really well, but we're at 6.5 minutes and there's no third command center. That's his big problem right now. It feels like he's going to have to push hard with the Robo-Bay finishing. If Clem can chrono out a Colossus before the push gets to, say, the halfway point of the map, he can come forward and intercept the move out and do really well. Clem already setting up pylons on the edges. Prism ready to maybe swap into Zealots in the main. Colossus +1 extended thermal ats. He's going up to 8 gateways. It feels like just such picture-perfect macro behind the 4 gate. And I think this was a pivot because he knew his gateways got scouted by the drop in the main. He's like, yeah, you're going to play safer now, so I won't lean into the aggression as much. And at the end of the day, it's like units lost tab dead even. Yes, BYUN has a scary army, but this army has to do damage. Still a very close game right now. Stalker does get sniped, but only one. Hallucinate's going to scout and see no third CC. Let's go to Clem's vision. He's looking at it. He sees no third CC. Sees nothing on the natural either. No 4th and 5th barracks, though, as well. Kind of like, where's the investment? He sees no third on location, though, and he's like, okay, it's just 3 racks go. And he's going to try to move out and intercept this push. Look at that, though. Tank siege is there. Clem. This is a Stalker. Takes a bit of a shelling from those siege tanks. The boys have been pulled. There is 2 Colossus out, though. Extended thermal lance and +1 are almost finished, but not quite. Clem? Uh-oh. Clem maybe moves a bit too far out of position, but if these tanks are a bit exposed, Stalkers could have maybe blinked there. Oh, the Colossus! The Colossus! Oh, Clem! Okay, he saves the Colossus there. Force fields are pretty good at slowing down the advance. Zealots counter-attacking. That's the most useful thing. If you don't Zealot counter, you're screwed because the rally can just join him at the front. Clem can give this base up and be fine. Oh, what a mature decision. How many times have we seen Protoss players just try to fight when you don't need to? But he gives up the position, and then BYUN moves too far forward. The Stalkers, can they get rid of both tanks? Clem, an opportunistic dive, snipes 2 of the tanks. The Zealots still doing big damage to the Marauders on the other side of the map. Looks like the Marine Marauder with the medevac support will barely defend, with only one tank left. Now the Colossus reigns supreme. I mean, this is excellent. He gives up the base, but because BYUN sees the probes running away and thinks the base is being given up, he pushes in even deeper, and Clem takes advantage. Beautiful game 1 for Clem. All right, guys, game 2 starting off. Clem in the top left side of the map, BYUN in the bottom right side of the map, and it is going to be hidden barracks. Oh my lord, old school. Hidden 2 racks. What? Please tell me this isn't 2 racks Reaper. Guys, he's good. He might do 2 racks Reaper. Wouldn't it be funny if he goes 3 racks Reaper? Like, there's no way to scout it. So obviously it's going to look like... Oh, he's trying to make it look like Proxy Marauder? Because there's only 1 gas. So he could get a big overreaction. Oh, wow. This is so cool, dude. Pig, why do you think TvT for Clem wasn't working as well as PvT? I think he enjoys Protoss off racing. And I think he feels like Protoss was more favored this patch with the energy recharge, as well as he just started flowing with it. And I think mirror matchups in general are just they're always a little dicey, even when you're really good at it. And Clem kind of conquered TvT after struggling with the matchup in a long time. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a very bizarre choice, but I think for him, it was just like a fun challenge. And I think he kind of cleverly said, you know what? I feel really bad about my TVP at the start of the season. I feel really good about my PvT. He was like, you know what? Let's see if I can prove that, you know, Protoss is really good against Terran. And he's definitely been pretty consistent. He hasn't been able to win any finals with it. He's lost 2 finals, 1 to Gumiho, 1 to Cure. But he looked good in doing so. And look at this overreaction. Look at this overreaction, because he's like, well, you're on single gas. You're clearly double proxy barracks maraudering. So he's cancelled the Nexus, or never even started it. He's gone Stalker, Battery, Pylon on the high ground. And now he sees an SCV returning home. And he sees the command setup. Guys, let's go to Clem's vision. Cancels the battery. He's like, oh, you cheeky bugger. Oh, what the hell? Cancels his battery. And he's going to try and start that Nexus. He sees the second gas going down. And he's going to think about Zealot Stalker pressuring. Okay, this actually could be really bad for BYUN. BYUN has 3 Reapers, but they actually lose to really well micro Zealot Stalker, especially if they stumble into them. I think if he went 5 Reapers, maybe this would work out well for him. But as it is, this is actually an awkward start to the fight. If he could get some hull damage, it would be nice. It does start a bit of regen. Killing the Zealot before the fight starts would be nice as well, but you can't be losing any Reapers. Loses one. Already loses one, and that's really, this is what I'm saying, very dangerous. Okay, the bunker's up. Whew. Oh, man, I thought this really clever opening was about to get super punished, but he's got Reactor and Tech Lab on the way, Factory now building, bunker's up. And such a delayed expansion for Protoss. Twilight Council now comes down. Clem going for the second gate as well. It's kind of a shame he didn't get Clem to commit to like Robo or Stargate or something. Clem was thinking about Proxy Gate countering here, but I think he's changed his mind. No, he's still going to do it. Going to try and 3-gate blink counter. BYUN looking for any damage he can get with those Reapers. Hoping to get the Zealot that's already wounded. Starport comes down. 3 Marines building at a time. We will see Stim start up in a second. Tech Lab is a little exposed there, though. CVs are going to pull away. This is a dangerous move for Clem. Very dangerous. All right, Reapers, Marines, and SCVs are going to fight this. Clem gets one. 1 SCV, 1 Reaper. Gets an second SCV. How much can he get here? I feel like this is going to go pretty good trade for BYUN. Gets himself another Stalker. Yeah, and that's going to be a nice shutdown. Bit too cocky for Clem. Throws away 3 Stalkers, loses a bunch of units. But it might make BYUN think the aggression's over when it's not. And maybe that actually works into his favor. He hides most of the Stalkers, just comes forward with a single one to try and maintain a little bit of map presence. Does push the Reaper back, but it survives. BYUN can sneak that out the right side of this map, go for a scout, check for third bases. That could be really good. Now it is 3-gate blink on the front. BYUN just chilling though. He has a tank, he has a bunker. I think he's completely fine here. Tank's kind of far back, though. It's only barely covering against the Stalkers on this side, I think. Oh, Stalkers blink in. Oh, my lord. Stim. Oh, my lord. Stim's going to go down. Oh, that was too juicy of a target. Clem recognized. Hey, Tech Lab exposed there, buddy. Punishes. BYUN's tricky build order. BYUN also F2s the Reaper home in panic. And now, Clem getting established on 2 base. Reaper tries to go back out. It gets shut down. BYUN stuck in the dark. Uh-oh. Really good play for Clem. Clem's so confident navigating these murky waters. Oh, I don't know if we should have sieged that tank. We definitely shouldn't have. The tank goes down, and now it's getting out of control. Clem, oh my gosh. This is what I'm saying. Clem is right up there with Max Pax. We're parting with Hero when it comes to his 3 and 4-gate blink aggression. He's just so confidently in the face of Terran in this early stage. When Terran doesn't have Stim yet, his trades. They are frightening, and BYUN, he can't be affording these little mistakes he's making. Third Nexus on the way. Charge almost finished. Still just 3 gateways. Third gas coming in. Good probe production. Good pylons as well. Clem pretty good about not getting supply blocked. Thank you so much, Fart Machine, for the 100 biddies. Really appreciate it, my friend. Got a factory floating around. Third barracks is there. 4th and 5th barracks. BYUN is going to go for the 2 base all in. Well, Stim and Shield's massively delayed, but still going to be able to get a good move-out timing. I think for Clem, he's not really the sort to go double forge, is he? He's not even gone single forge. Guys, he's going 8-gate. No upgrades. Forge now starts up. He sees everything. Marines have seen him, but he sees the 4th barracks. That's all he needed to see. Sees the edge of it there. And BYUN has been scouted. The jig is up. Clem knows what you're going to do. Going to try and sneak 8 Marines down the left. Probe on the tower, though. I think that sees the edge of the map, right, guys? Can you sneak a drop past here? I have no idea. We're going to find out, I guess. Oh, but there's a Stalker there as well. Sees him try to leave the base. BYUN has to do the embarrassed Abe Simpson there. Turns around, takes his hat off the rack, and does leave the boudoir house. Marine Marauder trying to hang. BYUN definitely has some PTSD against Clem. No, I do feel that, guys. I do feel that. I don't think you're incorrect. He's being scouted. I think he's still just got to go. Does he pull the boys? He took a 4th gas there, which to me said he wanted to play a longer game. Stalkers trying to come in from all sides. There is so much 8-gate Zealot already. Oh, trading Stalkers for Marines, not always the best. Oh, but look out. Sentries here. BYUN. Got to get away from the force fields. Oh no, those force fields are so frightening. And BYUN stands his ground, tries to defend the siege tanks. 1 tank goes down. More Zealots warping into the fight, though. That forward gateway might just turn things in Clem's favor. No! BYUN holds! He has enough bio, even without +1 quite finished. And now he can get rid of the gateway on the front. Excellent trade there. 1,500 resources ahead. Good handling by BYUN. I think Clem pulled the trigger just a few seconds too early. I think he needed to let him come across the map maybe and look for a little bit more of a surround. But Clem felt like he had the surprise numbers at that moment. The upgrades weren't quite ready for BYUN maybe. I think he thought maybe I get in here before combat shirts. He did get in before +1 attack. At the end of the day, a very good fight for BYUN. Zealot's coming in for the counter though. It's not over yet. BYUN's got to handle this. Tries to get in the bunker, not able to. BYUN has a third command center building. He's trying to do a macro follow-up. Got to hold position those SCVs. You got to hold position those SCVs. You can't A-move into that, I don't think. We don't mind Bio trying to clean up on this side. Clem doesn't have too much at home. Only 6 SCVs went down. That actually could have been much worse for BYUN. If BYUN just picks up and leaves, that'd be good. But of course, with Blink there, always a little scary. But he gets the full medevac out. Nice play. BYUN there. Third command center is finished. And he's going to float that out. He's got Bio pumping. Yes, he's down 8 workers, but it's a Protoss with no splash damage and only +1 attack. So upgrades are equal. It's always going to favor the Terran a little bit more there. Gets 3-4 Zealots. Doesn't really cost him anything. Stalkers on the front. Clem in the face of BYUN right now. And this is the power of the Clem Max Pax hero. The 3 aggro Protoss trio. These guys will have a much worse army, but they'll get in your face with it and they'll force you to stim defensively. They'll distract you so you miss macro. You forget depots and upgrades. They'll keep the prism going to your main. It's so hard to get the medevac juice up, to get the healing ready, and to not just be bleeding out units all the time. Widowmine lands, though. Clem's got to be careful. Zealot drop comes in on the 3rd. And with the drops boosting into that main, should be able to defend with only a single SCV going down. Marine's trying to stim on it. But a good pullback. All right, he's on the front again, dude. Clem's such a D-bag. Tries to go for the medevac, not quite getting it, though. You can see he's playing an annoying style, but hasn't been able to land the big hits yet. If Clem can blink those Stalkers back, it'd be nice. Loses only 1 Stalker. Zealot charge. Very effective. Blinks forward, gets a medevac. BYUN chasing into the teeth of the dragon right now. The medevacs are going to pull back this Observer, seeing everything. Clem activating ultimate pervert mode. Also, one of the most annoying drops is when Protoss just drops directly next to your army. The Viking plus EMP! And BYUN slaps Clem down and says, yeah, this early game didn't go that well for you, did it? You're not ahead for once. The only way I could lose this game is if I walk in a Psy Storm in a big clump. And the only way I could please... Oh, God, please. Oh, God. Oh, he spreads. He realizes he does spread. Oh, my gosh, he still hits a giant storm on the right side, though. Woo, but he's got the supply lead. Big supply lead. BYUN able to eat those storms. Walk right through them. Not a care in the world. I mean, honestly, it's a very damaged bio army. There's just not much Protoss left, is there? The High Templar are getting focused down, as are some of the other units. I think he just attacked his own ghost for a second there. Small misclick in the midst of the battle. But overall, great trades for BYUN. His 3rd fully mining, 4th command center is going to build. He's got a great work account. And he's all over this matchup. Clem, no room to get back in control. Bio Ghost Mine rotating left. There's no reason why on paper BYUN cannot beat Clem in this matchup, guys. There is no reason at all. Like, if you just look at their styles and everything, you're like, BYUN should do fine against Clem. But you can see if he can get that monkey off his shoulder in this series. This is a really good start to game 2. Bio pulling back. Ghost did go down up front. Nice trade for Clem. Clem, I've seen make some very incredible comebacks in this matchup in the past. So you gotta respect him. See the way he runs towards the Terran army right now, guys? You got to be like a meerkat or something. One of these, or a honey badger. Honey badger's a better example. Oh! Sometimes you got to be willing to chase where other Protoss players would not chase. Oh my lord, dude! No. BYUN, stabilize. Oh my gosh, BYUN just did not expect him to move out on the map there. Because who would? Why would you move out of the map? I'm in a better position than you. My army's better. Are you crazy? Clem says, look, I know that when I lose to Protoss, it's when they're constantly attacking when they shouldn't be attacking. Constantly catching me off guard. And look at this. BYUN's forgotten about his 4th command center. Finally puts the SCV back on it after about 15 second delay. 3 more barracks are building. Clem's still got the pervert. Just having a bit of a floaty float there. Watching everything. Prism, Storm Drop. Oh, Storm Drop! Dude, the supply is dangerously close. If Clem brings this game back, it will be absolute madness. Storms only get 4. Oh, he goes back! Oh, yeah, it only got 4 SCVs, but BYUN went back to mining through the Psy Storm. And threw away 5 more. Uh-oh. BYUN's got to take it. Dude, his supply is not that good. Clem not only defended the 4th, he's got a 5th coming up. Clem has map control with a basic army of just Zealot, Stalker, and a couple High Templar. This is crazy. BYUN needs to keep attacking. I actually really think BYUN needs to keep attacking. He needs to get out on the map. Right now, Clem is getting away with attacking, you know, as his defense. His defense is basically just attacking. Doesn't really have anything at home. Viking does well against that prison, damages it a bit. Command Center will survive. Oh, the zoning storms. Dude, Clem. Absolute god tier storms. But the Immortals get caught out. BYUN will punish that. The Zealots accidentally dirt back in the bio. Left over from the bunker. We'll take it out. There's Immortal and Archon rallying in the wrong direction. And that should be a nice pickoff if he stims after it. But he's a bit paranoid right now. A little bit paranoid. BYUN, you can tell, feeling the pain, feeling the heat. Clem. Dude, that storm ambush in the middle of the map was wild. And this is something we've noticed, like we looked at like Clem against Hero at EWC last year, and how you can have protracted micro fights in StarCraft for like 4 or 5 minutes sometimes, and you always fall behind on your macro tasks. Clem doesn't. And then at the end of it, normally there's a lull in the action where you can kind of reset. Clem does not let you reset. He wears you down non-stop, doesn't give you room to breathe. Widowmine's on the right side, getting a few decent hits, but he's got to be careful of those storms. There's still one more storm in the back. Nice EMPs on it. Storm does land in the mineral line. Bio did defend on the left side. They're going to close in on the right side now. Clem may have got a bit too far ahead of himself here. He's got +3 armor on the way. He's about to have a 2-2 upgrade advantage, but you can't be affording to lose all your valuable units right now. And he just lost 3 Immortals. One of them earlier, 2 of them just then. Great chase for BYUN. BYUN getting some good efficiency, still ahead, 3,500 units lost, but he's just got his 4th up only now. Already a 5th fully mining for Clem. Clem still has a good income. You can see it there, way ahead in the minerals. A lot of scans having to be used on the army, not so much on everything else. Now, the observer did go down that was watching everything, so Clem's a lot more blind now, and oh, this is a good stim forward. Can he get the Archon? Yeah, the Immortal. Immortal is not massive, so it does get hit by the concussive. And BYUN going to go for a bit of a spready. He's looking for those EMPs. The High Templar dancing in and out. Clem, he's down on basic army numbers now by 70 supply. And that should not be a lead you can come back from. There was a moment where I was believing, guys. I was like, dude, he's landing 6 storms. BYUN looks a little panicked, but BYUN was able to batten down the hatches, weather the storm, and Clem's Twister not able to get him back into that game. Nice play for BYUN. Ties up the series 1-1. All right, guys. Clem in the bottom left side of Persephone. And in the top left, BYUN. Good to see him win a game there. Looks like he's going to go for the add-on wall off. And SCV comes out at a good time to defend. Okay, it is going to be a 1-Rax expand. I do enjoy the 1-Rax expand. Cybercore before Nexus. Now, I think one of the biggest things I've noticed in Clem's games is just early first 3-4 minutes has to be rock solid. His Adept will come across this map 9 times out of 10. And if you let it kill an SCV, you let it kill a bunch of units, it's a problem. Now, he does cancel his Marine to squeeze the command center in super early. Clem knows exactly what's happening because he saw the lights turn off on the barracks. So he's like, okay, you're not building a Reaper. So this tells Clem he doesn't need any defense for early Reaper. He could actually not Chrono Gateway and Chrono his Nexus here, non-stop, right? Or he can do what Clem's going to do and Chrono units across the map. But he's going to go Stalker first, not Adept. Because he says, well, if you don't have a Reaper, what if you also skip the bunker? Stalker, really good against the Marines and Hellion that often come out of this opening. If you can start picking those off on the low ground, make it hard for him to get a bunker up, probably rallies a second Stalker. Adept behind it. Okay, and then the Adept will join forces. For some reason, he's on the ledge. He did see that maybe he didn't notice the lights turn off on the barracks. He must have missed it. He must have been looking at home to place the structure. Okay, cool. That's actually really good for BYUN because Clem's playing very safe. Even though if he was really closely watching, he would have seen the lights turn off on the barracks, command center start, and then the lights turned back on. Starport's there, tech lab on the factory immediately. He's staying all on the high ground, so it's not like the Stalker has a big opening to do damage anyway. Adept comes out, Twilight Council. Now, interestingly, he goes 3rd gateway unit straight away. Oh, no, he's already got... I was going to say, normally don't you get 2nd gate before? But he did. He did get the 2nd gate. His build's just been so efficient. And he even chronoed the natural there, realizing there's no Reaper. Next chrono will go into Blink. Really tight Blink opening for Clem. I wonder if when Warp Gate finishes, if he warps in a sentry and hallucinates. I'd love to see that. Cyclone drop opening for BYUN. Very chill. Ooh. Alright, Dev's going to shade back. Ooh, Robo coming in. Hello. Alright. Nice quick Robo. Not going to delay that. 3-gate Blink Robo, very standard, very solid. Tanks on the way. Ooh, is BYUN going to keep on YOLOing across this map? He very well could go for a very committed push. Adept gets some trading though. Clem already just trading a bit of shields to get a hit off. Really well done. And he's going to cancel that shade surely. Uh-oh. Forgot to cancel it. Takes a bit of damage. Meanwhile, main base, only 2 Stalkers in there. And here we go. Cyclone Marine Drop comes in. Ooh, there's an argument you should always drop the Cyclone, load the Cyclone up first so that it unloads first. Thank you very much. Marine Cyclone doing what they can. Ooh, Stalkers. Oh, getting good damage on the medevac, but he's trading Stalkers for it. And BYUN gets the Cyclone out. Leaves the Marines, though. And you know what? I'd say pretty good defense here by Clem. Pretty good D. Trading still is positive, though, for BYUN. BYUN's got the tank sieging there. Second barracks is going to swap on the tech lab. Starport's going to move over. Very good wall off. What? We've got a Forge coming in. Interesting, guys. Forge, 4 gas. Ah, it's a 2-base Storm build for Clem. Clem's really good with these Storm builds, man. Very, very good. Arsenal, thank you so much for the gifted subbies, mate. My man. Enjoyed the Women's Arsenal team becoming Champions League champs the other day. I got to watch it live specifically because my sleep schedule was ruined for DreamHack Dallas. So I just had to get up an extra couple hours early to watch. Anyways. Marines over there. How we doing? Ooh, just gonna poke in, poke out. Doesn't get spotted necessarily. Do you guys think any of these games BYUN tries a quick third command center? I think it would be a mistake. I think the way he's playing is smart. Early pressure, then play safe, right? Where's his medevac, by the way? It's there. Where's the Cyclone? Ah, on the left. Observers poking around. 7 Stalkers out for now. Storm halfway finished. +1 attack coming in. Observer gets sniped by the Cyclone. There was no Raven this game. Raven hasn't been too effective against Clem, so I think that's a decent call. Dude, every time he tries to sneak this drop out, there's a Stalker there. He's going to continue this time, though. No, he thinks better of it. Going to hide it on the pillar for now. And boost out now with a delayed move out. Did he just do a supply drop? No, he's been pretty good about his depot timing, guys. That depot there finished. Another one building. Probably needs Gary to join Bruce. There we go. Gary joining Bruce. Gary and Bruce, the depot builders, are going to keep building depots, and this Marine drop does sneak out. Clem low. Oh, he's going to see it, I think, just barely. And he does get a glimpse. Let's go to Clem's vision. He just looked down here. Yep. He must know about it, I think. Yeah, he definitely sees it now with the pylon. Let's go back to everyone's vision. Move out comes through the front, guys. Marines do take out a probe. They're going to kill a pylon. And then he's going to potentially hide in the dead space here above the fish pond. Yep, he's going to hide there. Army gets a Stalker in the middle as well. Dude, this is pretty good. Units lost time. 200 resources for BYUN. 775 for Clem. But Clem has the Storm ambush waiting, and there's not many Marines. Dude, BYUN's army's so small. Oh, my lord. His army, he's spreading. It kind of looked like Storm wasn't finished there. But he's going to drop around the back at the same time. Tanks are sieged in a forward position. And Zealots quick to respond to the drop. BYUN rotating around the backside. Tanks are still there. Clem's army marauding, poking forward, trying to figure out where is BYUN coming from. BYUN's 3rd command center is on location, 4th and 5th barracks as well. Robo Bay is going down in the midst of this. Clem playing a very confident storm into Robo Splash style. And a 4th Nexus. With an army on the doorstep, Clem playing so confident. Tanks, the Widow Mines, the Bio, pushing him back. I think you desperately need a Viking as BYUN. I think you actually need to build a Viking or 2, or this Storm drop is just way too threatening. BYUN does love to move his army around in a big old ball. Presents a very juicy Storm target. Only loses 3-4 Marines. That's not too bad. As long as he has time to heal before the fight happens, that sort of Storm is not too bad, but this is a problem. He is double dropping the main right now. Double drop gets in the main. He's got a drop ready in the back. That one hasn't been able to do anything. The 3rd command center gets cancelled at 85% complete. Ooh, BYUN. He's going to do some damage. There's a lot of Stalkers here. Trying to stutter step around. He's going to lose. Oh, loses 1 medevac. Other one does escape. He's still got that medevac down there and the main army on the front. Main army unable to get through though because of the Storm. The Storm zoning is big. The tanks have moved forward. Oh my god, that's such a dangerous tank spot. If these rock tower gets broken, all 3 tanks die, guys. Now, obviously, it's hard to break that 500 hit points in the middle of the fight, but I gotta say, it's just dangerous. It's really dangerous. If that rock tower gets broken, ooh, here we go. Big attack for Clem. He's just gonna jump on top. The tanks are unguarded. BYUN does get a drop in the natural at the same time. He's only got 1 medevac. Oh, it's a disaster, mate. Clem, too quick to pull his probes away. The Marines only getting a tiny bit of damage. 1 red hit point drop does not escape. It goes down as well. He does redrop the main, but BYUN is in tatters. Clem doing so well here on this big map, Persephone. The attack's not able to find an unprepared Clem. And here comes the counter attack. He wants to wallop BYUN over the head. He wants to get him in the face with the bomby knocker right now. Here we go. Zealot Stalker doing what it can. Storm Drop's going to come in. Prism actually gets focus fire. That was kind of lit. Great focus fire for BYUN. The supply is dangerously close. Marines behind the third. Bio in the main. If he can unload in the other base, if he can take out the Stalkers, maybe. Medevac does go down. Marauder will take out the Stalkers, but he can't hold. He can't hold. Even though BYUN actually made this shockingly close by getting the Prism. He made this shockingly close. But there's a Colossus out and there's more Storm. It's finally going to get cleaned up. I don't think he can defend on the front. BYUN has to throw in the towel. It looked like this was so over 2 minutes ago. But BYUN almost managed to make that chaotic enough to find the damage. But the early defense was too good for Clem. All right, guys. Clem in the bottom left side of the map. He is up 2-1. And BYUN says, screw it. Let's go for broke. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And in this case, if it is broke, start all inning. Double barracks from right outside Clem's base. This is a crazy man's play. It's not double. Is it double Marauder from there? But I guess the probe naturally doesn't go there, right? And it's a really late scout for Clem. He's not scouting at all. He's doing 19 Nexus. The 19 Nexus 19 core build that I tried to convince Clem about being awesome back in Pigfest 5. He's practiced it a lot since then. I remember he spoke to me about it when he first started practicing. He said, dude, it's really bad. I keep losing. Like, feels so weird, even though it should be good. And I basically said, if you keep practicing, trust me, you will learn to love this build. Don't do it every game. Mix it in. It gives you an amazing greedy start once in a while. Do it 1 game in a best of 5. What are the chances of them double proxy maraudering you blind? Well, it turns out the chance is pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Wait, what is he? Oh no, why'd he start concussive this early? BYUN's execution's off. BYUN is tilted right now, guys. He should not have started concussive this early, in my opinion. He's had the second barracks idling for a fair bit of time. Gonna call a spade a spade. I've got a lot of criticism recently for criticizing players, and I do know I'm a bit bad about it sometimes and how I present things, but in this case, that was a mistake in the execution, unless he was hoping to like tag a Stalker coming out, but even then, I think missing barracks production time may be lethal. Blind shield battery coming down for Clem, but it's very exposed on the front. If he can focus that down, that could be really good. Thank you very much, Raytel. If the $10 says, have a corn dog on me. No worries, I will after this match, mate. Sentry's on the way. Sentry's pretty good against this because it allows you to defend the high ground. Marauder's coming in. Clem, he's got to give up the natural. Yeah, he's got to fill up the sentry and just use force fields. He's going to try and let a Marauder up the ramp, though. Oh, BYUN wasn't expecting sentry to be ready, but he lets them all in. Might be a mistake, actually. The Marauders. Oh, he's not able to get the Stalker. The SCV tries to 1v1 the Stalker. It doesn't go well for him. But this force field might actually... Oh, but the probe surround as the force field expires. Clem, that is unreasonable. That's an illegal move, guys. I'm sorry. I know. I am both commentator and referee. I'm giving a Clem... Sorry, that's not Clem. That's... Yeah, Clem. I'm giving Clem a yellow card for that unreasonable micro. The probe timing on that surround as the force field expired was absolutely perfect. Dude, this is awesome. This is really good. This is really, really good for BYUN. It's a huge gamble, but he picked exactly right when to do it. Factory there. Barracks are going to float home. I don't think you can keep the natural alive. It's going to be expensive. Stalkers might go for a poke. Oh, he gets a shot off. So Clem's trying to hit the Marauders in between volleys. Like, so if they just shoot the Nexus, you can hit the Marauder and get away before it can shoot you back. But see, hides behind the bunker now. Could poke in the main. It's a risky maneuver, but BYUN is a Chaos Lord. There's actually no sentry, so it would be a perfectly fine maneuver. He could kill this Stalker very quickly, but with the other battery and the chance to pull probes, it's a bit dangerous. He's going to actually send 2 Marauders home, interestingly, in case there is a pylon on the map or something. And he's probably going to abandon this as well at some point. But I wouldn't mind him abandoning it right about now, to be fair. Then again, if you just commit it, you say, no, I'm leaving this here. That's A-okay, because you don't know as Clem if there's more units behind this. You don't have a Stargate. Normally you go Stargate against this, but he was already committed to the Twilight when he scouted it. It's a tough situation to be in as Clem. If BYUN can just kind of hunker down his defense, they're in a pretty good spot. Oh my gosh. Oh, Clem's micro not looking great here. Blink isn't done either. Oh, is Clem going to GG? Dude, this micro is bad. BYUN didn't target the Stalkers though, so the probe does tank a little bit. Oh, I like the Marauders popping in and out. Oh, he's doing the old in and out like a prairie dog poking its head out of the hole. Hot damn, looking around for danger. Does end up losing it, but that's like 3 Stalkers going down. I mean, that's pretty good, man. I know we got one of them earlier, but 2 more Stalkers. Big delay on the natural. I mean, this is great. I think it's worth the sacrifice of those Marauders bunker SCV. You're building tanks. You're trying to make Marines right now because you're like, hey, as long as I stop this blink on the high ground, because you know what he's going to do, guys. He's going to energy recharge, hallucinate, and he's going to blink into that main. And there's a Marauder out, 2 Marines, another Marauder and 2 Marines in the natural. As long as he can defend this high ground, he'll be good. He's going to try and siege the tank here to partially cover the main and the natural. He does love that far forward siege tank, BYUN. Here we go. Here comes the thing. He sees it. Oh, Medevac's there, though. Medevac can always just save the siege tank, but not if the Medevac gets targeted that early. Does lock on. And I think this is going to be too many Stalkers going down, even though he gets a tank. Oh, he's going to get the Cyclone as well. Oh, no, he doesn't. Does get the Medevac, though, funnily enough. That Stalker blinked forward, trying to finish off the Cyclone. The other one tried to get away. BYUN is going to get us a game 5. Hot diddly damn. All right. Game 5. Clem in the bottom right side of the map playing Protoss. BYUN in the top left playing Terran. For those who don't know, BYUN not only has never beaten Clem's Protoss, he rarely takes a map. But he's taken 2 maps in this series. This is actually a really good step up. If he can win this match, it'll be massive. Now, this looks like it could be an eBay block. Is it? Feels like you're coming down the wrong side of the map for an eBay block, though, right? Oh, no, he gets spotted. Wait, Clem sees it. Clem notices. Oh, damn it. If he came in 1 second later. Oh, damn. Hot diddly damn. Okay, chat's confirmed. Apparently, there was 1 series where BYUN did beat him. Was it best of 1 or a best of 3, guys? Apparently, BYUN beat him once early on in a TVP. There was a 2-0 win on the 10th of March. That was the only time out of 18 or 19 series they've played. Okay, so BYUN's 2-0'd him 1 time, chats. Chat's corrected me. Thank you, guys. Apparently, 2-0'd Clem 1 time in this matchup, but the other 18 times he's lost. So winning a best of 5 would be a big step up for him. Quick shutdown on the eBay block. Let's see what BYUN can do here. Reactor comes down. Factory. Marines there chilling. Second gas will go down in the second. BYUN actually has a lot of minerals, but no second gas. Are we going to go quick 3 racks after factory, mate? Actually, sorry, he doesn't have a command center yet, does he? Right, I'm thinking ahead. Sorry, guys, a bit distracted today. My apologies. I had my flu shot yesterday, so I'm feeling some slight symptoms. I'm a bit like, should have skipped it. Should have YOLO'd. Command center starts on the natural. Adept is going to come forward to pressure. Second one behind it. Into that Twilight Council. Clem in his comfort zone in these sort of matchups, but he's going to be facing Reacted Hellion. And what's interesting, guys, very early Reacted Hellion, if he can catch the 2 Adepts, or at least one of them, that'll be really nice. But it's all about hiding from the Shade. That Shade sees the Reactor. He should immediately run away. Hellions are here, though. Uh-oh. He's just going to have to turn and fight, knowing the Adeptor will be outran by those Hellions. He still shades forwards because Clem's an insane person. Throwing both Adepts away would be a very hero way of doing this. Hellions have gone back to the main to get repaired up. Does get a few hits on the Marines, so hey, it works out. I guess he knew the Hellions were going to have to pull back to repair, so gets a bit of free damage. Has a Stalker and Adept at home. Second Stalker coming out. Blink getting chrono boosted. Not a bad move. Oh, those SCVs did get misclicked. They got shift clicked with a misclick, and they do not quite click on the minerals. They're idling. Not the biggest deal since he is saturated. Second gas does go down, as well as that second and third barracks. Oh, he's gonna do the big barracks all in, guys. Oh, that's gonna go down quickly to 4 Hellions. You can just kill that. Good cancel for Clem. Gets the refund. 2 probes have gone down. He's gonna kill a few more. I think that's a really good pullback. Because 1 Hellion now for 5 probes and cancelling a battery, that's amazing damage. And these Hellions are still a threat, something Clem has to worry about. It's great play by BYUN. And if this can just keep him occupied, now you build up just Bio Tank Marauder. And essentially, you never take a 3rd gas, you never take an eBay or a starport. Oh, BYUN, I don't like this Hellion micro, guys. It's getting body blocked right now. Wall off once again. BYUN's going to lose the Hellion control. A little wasteful for BYUN. Would have liked to see him preserve these units, because now... The thing is, if those Hellions are on the map, Clem's in a more defensive stance, but now he gets to come across the map and he might be able to confirm a bit earlier what's happening. Because the Observer's going to come across. Yeah, okay. 3 Marines building at a time. He does go Engineering Bay. Oh, okay, so maybe BYUN macros out of this. He might not do the all-in version. There's a no medevac push where you skip eBay, skip Starport. He might opt for that. Of course, the Engineering Bay is in a more visible position on the natural. Could just be for show. Sometimes people are worried about Dark Templar with this build, so they build a turret for safety. Feel like if you're going all in with Marine Tank, couple Marauders, why bother with safety? Just commit, bro. Don't let your memes be dreams. Step gets an SCV, does go down, sees the Engineering Bay. Now, interestingly, he sees no gas on the natural, which might be a tell in of itself. And the Observer sees multiple barracks, sees a lot of Marines. And there is a Robo Bay on the way, which is very necessary. You need splash damage against this. You absolutely need splash damage because the Marine count will be fearsome. Combat Shields has not started yet, guys. He's going to... Oh, he's gone double reactor. Guys, this is like very similar to the old easy beginner to advanced easy PvT 2-base push build we put out a few years ago. It's one of the most popular videos actually on my pig coaching channel. The double reactor 7.5 minute push. This one will hit early. This will hit closer to 7 minutes, I think. The problem is if they know it's coming and they can make you siege far away from their base, it's really tough because he doesn't even do this with medevacs. I think he's got to swap Marauders right now. With only 1 tech lab, it doesn't make sense to do this without medevacs, does it? I mean, it's going to be a crazy Marine tank count. He's going to have 5 tanks. Wow! Oh, this is so cool. I'm kind of processing in real time and trying to come to grips with this build. He's just going to hit with like 50 Marines. 50 Marines and 5 siege tanks. He's going to move out as this tank pops. This tank's going to unsiege in a moment. He's about to move out. Yep. He's got to join everything up. The Observer's going to see it coming. First Colossus, halfway done. You can see he's unsieged the tank. Next tank pops out. It's go time. Combat Shields is almost halfway done. +1's almost done. He's building a 6th tank. These tanks are going to unsiege. The burrow is probably... The bunker, sorry, is probably going to sell itself. The burrow. He's hiding his peons in there. SCVs are going to get pulled as well. It is a massive 2-gas Marine tank all in for BYUN. But the Stalkers on the front are going to start to already get a bit of damage. He's got SCVs for repair, though. Can be pretty nice. Siege tanks with 7 range can be good as well. Colossus charge. Here we go. BYUN in trouble. But he's got to stim the Marines. And they actually do really well. Tanks. The problem is the tanks have to siege. Marines cannot face against the Colossus. He already used a stim. Oh, you can't be burning stims this early because there's no healing with this push. And all Clem needs to do is slow this push down. And if he lands any Colossus hits on those Marines, they're going to melt. Uh-oh. But no Zealot counter, which means the Marines are still rallying. A Zealot counter would make this a little bit more desperate. Ooh, Stalker Colossus get a few good hits off, but SCVs can repair. Tanks are getting a good position. Clem might need to give up the 3rd. I think giving up the 3rd base makes this a relatively simple hold because your Zealots can counter and you've got so much more room to micro, but right now it's tempting to try and fight. Those Marines look like a very easy prize if you can land Colossus hits on them. He's got a Zealot flank ready. 3 tanks unsieged right now. 3 tanks unsieged. Zealot, massive Zealot flank. Wow, really nice Zealot flank. Colossus still looking fit. Great micro for Clem. Great micro for Clem. I think his patience here just shows how good he is. The fact that he didn't try to defend that base. I mean, yes, he didn't run his probes away. The Zealot counter comes in. The Marines and the tanks are going to struggle against these Zealots, though. Finally gets inside the bunker. Would have been better if they were already inside because that would have done a lot of tanking. The Zealots are wrecking him. Oh, no. BYUN's gonna get overwhelmed by the Zealot counter. The Zealot counter is always so good against these 2-base all-ins. It's something we didn't really get to see that much at Dallas. And one of those, I think, holes in the game of a lot of Protoss players we've seen in GSL as well recently. 2-base pushes, you gotta counter with the Zealots. The Zealot counter is everything. And you can see now, BYUN's got a great position, but if you keep committing to those counters, he's got barely any money, no reinforce. The question is, how do you ever break the position? Colossus aren't gonna cut it. I think Dark Templar is actually probably, or even just Archons. He's got a lot of gas, does Clem. 1200 gas. He can just make a Templar Archives and make Archons. It's a big wedge of tanks. 6 tanks up front. SCVs on auto repair. Stuck in his main base is BYUN. All of his depots exposed on the natural. He starts the Dark Shrine. Cheesy minds think alike. Clem and me on the same level, apparently, thinking, hey, you can't really afford a lot of detection. He does build a turret, though. BYUN anticipates it. BYUN knows how Terran players think. Clem is still in his heart of hearts a Terran player, remember. Recall's going to come in, but uh-oh. On top of the Marines just click. They take out the Colossus. Oh, no, it was a bad recall. It was a bad recall. Clem only recalled part of his army, and the Marines just ignored it. He needed to position the recall, so they recalled over on the right side. Huge mistake, dude. BYUN might have this. Is he actually going to win his first best of 5 against Clem? Maybe. Mass Zealot counter. Please lift the command center. He's very focused on the front. We'll see if he manages to lift that in time. Oh, barely, barely, barely. He lowers his depot there, which I guess is decent. Command center does survive. More bunkers moving forward. He's got the tanks marching up to the ledge as well. Dark Shrine, not going to cut it, actually. Like I said, Archons might. But Dark Shrine, my first instinct was wrong. He's got turrets there. He's going to warp in a Dark Templar, but he doesn't know about the turret. Clem's about to find out. There's turrets. Oh, this is so awesome from BYUN. BYUN's like, mate, you need to deal with this. Mass Zealot Archon flank would have actually been able to do it, but he's lost too many workers now. No mining on his 3rd available. Wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. BYUN might have done this. He's going to have to base race. He's going to base race Clem. Clem does not want to give up this finals. He's had an unceremonious early exit, at least for the world champion in Dallas. And he's going to have to try and base race, but there's Tank Marine on the ramp. They'll do pretty good at defending, I think. I do think it'd be better if his wall was raised, though. Those Marines will die pretty quickly. Where are the Colossus? There's just one. One Colossus, one Dark Templar. Would be good. He doesn't have a turret at home, but he's got plenty of scans. These Marines still need to be very careful. Clem's patience is really showing here because he understands that when Terran wants you to fight, you don't want to fight. The rule number 1 of playing a Terran is anything you can do to avoid fighting when they come to your base with an attack is almost always a good choice. Marine SCV moving in. He's trying to make him spread out, make him make mistakes. Colossus is on this side. Cancels the turret. Is that 2 Colossus? Just 1. 2 Archons. Oh, Archons are pretty good against Marines and SCVs, but it's the range of the tanks, dude. Look at that. Dark Templar comes in. Didn't even need to scan, but he does anyway, just for good measure. Massive Zealot counter. These bunkers are no longer supporting the tanks. So he can fight them on their own. Clem's going to go for the bust. Clem still has a giant army. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, BYUN may be a bit too far away from his bunkers. Oh, no. He's got 7 tanks, but only 3 left on the front right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a good cleanup. Okay, 5. Sorry, he does still have 5 here. 5 tanks there. Marines fighting the Archons. Zealot Archon really good against these Marine tank. There's no Marauders in here. There's no Ghosts. Marines trying to focus down what they can, but he's going to lose this army. Oh, my lord. Is this enough? I don't know, though. Clem, his supply is so low. He's got no mining right now. He's got no mining. BYUN with 2 command centers and 25 SCVs and another army at home. It's enough. What the heck? 6,000 resources, more efficient in the units lost. BYUN with a crazy 2-base push. Wow. It looked like, oh, no, he's going to get an answer to this, but the way he moved his tanks forward to, like, this position here and so quickly not just shut down the 3rd, but then also the natural. I thought the natural was going to have a few more minutes mining, but he so quickly shuffled his army forward. And Clem was like, oh, damn. Because once these tanks got this position, he was able to creep along this ledge in the bunker crawl. Oh, beautiful play by BYUN, guys. Excellent push by him. And hats off to BYUN winning his first ever best of 5 against Clem's Protoss. GG, well played. Nicely done.